It was right before 1 a.m. when state police got the 911 call about a deadly shooting at the Weis Supermarket outside Tunkhannock.
3 men confirmed dead, including the gunman, along with a woman.
This is another senseless act that didn't have to happen. It's a tragedy.
24-year-old Randy Stair of Dallas, Luzerne County used 2 shotguns to kill 3 of his co-workers.
This is Crime Stories with Nancy Grace.
Stair reported to work just before 11 o'clock Wednesday night for a regular shift. Investigators think he spent the next 90 minutes blocking the store's 5 exits before moving his car in front of an emergency door and taking 2 shotguns back into the building and opening fire. In a journal entry dated Monday, Stair said he was ready to die, claiming to be a girl trapped in a man's body.
Imagine the fear. I recall working late nights at a sandwich shop to put myself through law school. And I would be the only one there late into the night. And at the time, I didn't think a whole lot about it. I remember sitting at a table in the sandwich shop looking out into the strip center parking lot. It'd be about 10 o'clock at night. And it would be almost deserted, and most of the stores would be closed, but I'd be studying away. Right now, I'm talking about a supermarket employee who brings 2 guns to work overnight, blocks the store's entrance and exit so nobody could flee, and guns down 3 fellow employees in a suburb of Scranton. Joining me right now is Becky Hayes, the sister-in-law of one of the victims. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us. Becky, I want to talk about the GoFundMe account you have set up for Brian's family. First, I want to go through the facts of this case. What happened?
Well, Nancy, it was, Brian was working his normal shift, as he always did. He was the manager over the Weis local supermarket, and all of the employees went into work normally, as in every day that they would do. And about 90 minutes into their shift, one of their coworkers went out on his break and went to his car and proceeded to get a duffel bag. And as you said, he had blocked all of the exits, got a duffel bag with 2 shotguns in it, went into the store, and opened fire. He opened 60 rounds on these. Yes. There were actually 4 employees in the store at the time. One woman, by the grace of God, was actually able to escape and call 911. Unfortunately, my brother-in-law, Brian, was in the store with 2 other coworkers, Victoria and Terry. They were not so lucky and were not able to escape what happened, and the gunfire, and all 3 of them were senselessly killed by this person.
And they knew him, correct? They knew him very well.
Absolutely. They worked together for years. From my understanding, they worked together for 6 or 7 years. So this was, they even considered themselves as the Weis family. A lot of the employees there. It's a very small town, and everyone was very close knit. And this was someone that they might be at barbecues with, or they knew each other's families. They knew everything that was going on. They would help. People would help each other out, and so this was someone that they never in a million years would have thought would have done this to them.
What? Not that it matters, but what was the motive? Why would he do this?
Well, there's no reasoning for what he did other than, from what we've been able to surmise, he definitely had mental issues and struggled with depression, and that's really the only. There's no justification
no one
for it.
Realize were they hidden? I mean, what do you believe? Was he angry? How could mental issues like that be hidden for so long?
It's I honestly, I can't. I have no idea. I have no idea how that could be going on for so long. And I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but you know, it seems like it was a problem for
Mm,
years and
mm.
something with that that he had struggled with, and that for many years. And
And
I
they probably thought they were helping him or befriending him during all of this. Oh, my
hmm
stars. I'm just so sorry about this. What time of the
thank you
day
so
or
much.
night did this occur?
It was about 1 o'clock in the morning, actually,
Mm,
that it
mm.
happened.
So this was what, a 24-hour store?
No, it actually it was not opened 24 hours. This was the night shift that was they were in charge of cleaning the store, restocking the store, so no customers were
Hmm.
present or allowed to be present in the store at the time. This was just strictly the night crew that was working.
Brian Hayes, a 47-year-old father, husband, son, brother, was known to be a very quiet guy, a man of few words, with a heart of gold, who desperately loved wife Tina and their daughter Caitlin. Right after high school, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy, just like my dad, served on the USS Eisenhower, deployed to the Middle East during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. He has been in Springfield, Pennsylvania with his family and was employed there, as Becky is telling us, by Weis Supermarkets. Brian lost his life, leaving his wife and daughter too early. He and two other coworkers gunned down for no reason in the early morning hours there at work. What can we do? What can we do? There's a 7-year-old girl that's going to bed tonight without her dad. There is yet another wife who will never be able to reach out to her husband again. You know how hard it is to raise children even with your spouse? Imagine without a child support check, without an alimony payment, without every other weekend with dad, with nothing but memories. I just hate it so badly. With me is Becky Hayes, and she's trying to do something about it. Tell me about your GoFundMe account, Beck.
Well, I felt so hopeless, and I felt like there was just I wanted to do anything that I could for my niece and for my sister-in-law. I just couldn't even imagine the devastation that they were going through. I knew what I felt, and I felt like my heart was breaking in a million pieces. So I couldn't even imagine the pain that they were going through. So I know that finances has always been a bit of a struggle for them. My brother-in-law Brian and my sister-in-law Tina actually were employed by the same supermarket. They used to work. Brian worked at the night shift so that Tina could work the day shift, so that there was always coverage for their daughter. So he sacrificed and he, did the night shift just so he could always make sure that someone was there to be with his daughter and to raise her with both of her parents present. Um, so I know that money has been an issue. I couldn't even imagine how my sister-in-law is ever going to go back into work in that store again, to work in the same place where you know that your husband was brutally gunned down. Um, I, I, I don't think that she'll ever be able to return there, and rightfully so. I don't think anyone should even be asked to return there. So I know that the biggest need that they have right now is for money. My sister-in-law Tina has to now think about how she's going to pay her bills and how she's going to support my 7-year-old niece Caitlin. And I know that that's been a struggle. So I just decided to start a GoFundMe account where so many people can relate on some way. Just put yourself in that position, and it could have been any one of us. We all watch the news, and we're all so naive just to think that, it'll never be me. It always seems so far away from home, and I'm here to tell you that it's not. It could be any one of us. It could have been any one of our brothers or sons or daughters, or it could be any one of us. And I've you know I've tried to, throughout this, just kind of realize that there are many good people in this world, and there are many people that want to help. And this was just a way that I feel that people have definitely been embracing. And every little bit helps. Every $5 donation, every $10 donation, it helps to lessen the burden that my sister-in-law now has to carry on her own. And we so appreciate the love and support that we've gotten from the community. There's been people that have offered to host the repast, people that never even knew my brother-in-law. There are so many good people in the world, and I truly believe in my heart that there's more good than there is evil. And those of us that have the good hearts, we just need to help those that we can and do what we can. And this is just a little part that that we can do to help.
Talking about his wife going back to work in the store, the grocery where he was murdered, people ask me all the time, have you ever been back to where your fiance was murdered? Have you ever read the trial transcript? No, I haven't. The thought of it, just the thought of going there, literally makes me physically just shake. No, I have not gone back to do what? Stand there and look at it and relive when he was murdered by someone he didn't know? I mean, and put my head in that space again, into such a dark area. It's hard to get back out. No, I hope she never has to go there again. How do I find the GoFundMe account, Becky?
You can just go on to the GoFundMe page, and the relief fund is called Hayes. It's Hayes Family Relief Fund.
Hayes, Hayes Family Relief Fund. Okay, so I
Yes,
go
ma'am.
to the like for instance, I'm going to do it right now just so I know exactly how to do it. Okay, so I'm online. I'm going to go to Google, which is what I do every morning about 5:30, and I'm going to go to GoFundMe page. GoFundMe page. All right, GoFundMe page. All right, let's see here what pops up. Okay, the fundraising site, GoFundMe, is one word all together. So then start a fundraiser search. It's up at the top left. I'm going to put HAYES space family, Hayes Family. Okay, I just stuck in Hayes Family. Let's see what comes up. Here we go. There it is, top left. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hayes Family Relief Fund. Okay, now I know how to do it. This is how you do it. You go to the GoFundMe page. It's all one word, GoFundMe. And then you go to Hayes Family, and you see the Hayes Family Relief Fund. It can't bring him back. We all know that. But it may help his widow and ease some of her suffering about bills. I feel so pitiful that that's all we can do. But I will do it, and I'm doing it now. Becky, thank you for being with us and sharing this information.
Thank you so much. We truly appreciate all of your well wishes and prayers and thoughts. They help to raise us during a time when we're down.
God bless you, and please tell her we are praying and praying and praying for her and her daughter, Caitlin.